what is there going to be a roadmap which is going to be really exciting?
Well, yeah, like you said, there are lots of ideas, and we still need to figure out, okay, what's the next step that our customers want. And of course, right now, we already have a lot of development done in the last year. And right now we are at the point that we need to get some revenue in before we start developing the next thing.
From serving in the Dutch army to building one of the fastest growing WordPress tools in the market, today's guest proves that discipline, curiosity, and execution can take you far, both in uniform and in tech. Welcome to WP Legends. I'm Gautam, the co-founder of Seahawk Media, and today I'm honored to be joined by Remco Nieuwenhuizen, the founder of WP Optic, WP Supporters, and Boulder Design. Remco's journey began far from plugins and page builders. He spent over 5 years serving in the Dutch army, including a mission in Afghanistan. After transitioning out of service, he launched several online ventures. The entrepreneurial spirit evolved into Boulder Design, a web studio, later into WP Supporters, his agency, managing businesses of all shapes and sizes in the WordPress ecosystem. Most recently, he built WP Optic, a sleek plugin theme detection tool that went viral in the community, crossing hundreds of users in the first few weeks of launch, and now running a wait list for his upcoming premium plans. Today, we'll unpack how Remco's diverse background helped shape WP Optic's success, what building tools and agencies taught him about the WordPress space, and what's coming next. Remco, welcome to my show. Let's go back to the beginning.
Thank you very much. Yes. I'm excited to be in the show, and a great introduction. But yeah, like you said, started in the army from out of school, so a totally different background. Served in Afghanistan, which was an exciting time to do, but it was great. Luckily, not very big problems during my mission, so that was all okay. But when I came back, I thought, okay, I have done this. Do I want to continue into the future in the army, or do I want to do something else? And that's when I taught myself web design. So I started to build my own websites. And yeah, now, well, it's almost 17 years later already, so it's already a big time ago. But now starting up a new company. I already have some other companies helping a lot of other WordPress websites. So yeah,
that's how it begins.
Long story short.
That's how, by the way, you are building websites way longer than me and my co-founder, Ryan, by the way. I had my first chance with website designs / WordPress ecosystem maybe 7-8 years ago. We were building websites to OpenCart and all of that. But tell me, you mentioned like 15-17 years of experience. So Boulder Design, is that your first, what was that, your first dance with website design? Or what was that? Or what was the first one?
The first one, when I started, I was still in the army, and I had a lot of free space in the evening, a lot of free time. So I thought to myself, what can I do? A lot of my colleagues were watching movies, playing games, and I was thinking, how can I use this time usefully? So I started to build my first WordPress website. It was an affiliate website in the racing, bicycle racing niche. And it was an affiliate site, so I was promoting other bicycles, and they were sold through my website.
Okay.
And that was for me the first experience that you could earn some money with the website. So that was back in 2008. I continued those websites. I started doing some SEO for those websites, so I learned how to grow in Google and to rank up your pages higher. Then in around 2014, 2015, I thought to myself, let's build the first web shop. I never built a web shop before, so I started with WordPress and WooCommerce.
Okay.
That web shop was really popular. It was in a toy called Rainbow Loom. I don't know if you know.
It was very popular about a decade ago. It became viral, and everybody was doing that. Yeah.
Yes, correct. So I was the first one in Holland selling those selling the toy. And it was also another experience about how you can earn money in the online space.
Yes.
But I always used that money on my business account, so I never thought, okay, I'll buy a next car or something like that. I always thought this money could be useful in the future. And in 2018, my wife decided to migrate to another country. It was called Bonaire. I don't know if you know Bonaire, but it's a small island in the Dutch Caribbean.
No, I haven't heard it, but now I'm going to Google this after this call.
yeah, do it because it's beautiful there. It's paradise.
Okay.
So she was working as a nurse, and she got an offer to work on the island for 1 year.
Okay.
And I said to her, okay, well, I'll go with you. But back then I was already out of the army. I was working for the police, but I couldn't stay in the police when I was working on Bonaire. So that's when I said, okay, let's quit the police job and let's start my own business from Bonaire.
Okay.
And that was Boulder Design. So that was my first. I thought I had enough experience. I built enough websites for myself. So I thought to myself, let's do it for other clients. So that was 2017, 2018 when I started as professional in the web design niche.
Got it. And WP Supporters started right after that?
Yes, we worked from 1 year in Bonaire, and the start was good.
Okay.
Within 3 months, I already had my annual goals, so that was a great start.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem with web design is, or when I started, the problem is you always get a project and you build a project, but when you are building the project, you don't do any marketing, so the next client is not there yet. So when the project is finished, you fall into a gap, and you must search for another client again. So my income was always sky high and then go low, and sky high, go low.
I know the brutality in the agency space. Trust me. Like our agency started out of as like just 2 or 3 people. Now we are a happy bunch of 70 plus. I know the brutality, then the cash flow issues, finding customers, non-paying customers, happy customers. Believe me, I know all of that.
Yes. So I'll start off when I started Boulder Design. It was okay, but I already saw this must be changed in the future. So 1 year later, we continued our traveling through Asia. And in Asia, me and my wife started WP Supporters. So that's just a maintenance and support company for people who are using WordPress. And we have clients from very small, from like the bakery shop next door, to multinationals with hundreds of millions of revenue and everything between. So that also just a steady growth along the years. Every year, a couple of clients extra, and that's just going really good.
That's good.
And now the next thing with WP Optic.
Oh yes, let's dive into that. That's very exciting, by the way. And what is your vision behind it? Let's learn about that.
Yeah, so 1 year ago, I thought to myself, okay, Boulder Design is good, WP Supporters is good, but how to, do I want to continue this for all my future time, or do I want to build something exciting? And I thought to myself, okay, let's find another thing that could grow very big. So in WP Supporters, I often have a lot of client contact. And the clients often ask me, okay, look at this competitor. Do you know how this website is built? Do you know how this feature is built? Do you know, they want to learn from their competitors. They see something they like very much. And I was always digging in the source code from, okay, how is this website built? What plugin is used, or anything like that. And that's when I also started using other tools like BuildWith and Webalizer, which are already tracking softwares online.
Yes.
But then it struck me when I saw what they are tracking, and they are tracking like hundreds of thousands of technologies. But in the WordPress niche, BuildWith only 600 technologies, and Webalizer only 200 technologies. So then I thought to myself, I mean, I am already for 10, 15 years in the WordPress niche. There are over 50,000 plugins in the WordPress directory.
Yes.
pro plugins, of course, there are a lot more. So maybe we are close to 100,000 plugins. So when I saw that the big technology finding programs like BuildBit and Webalizer only covering for a couple of hundred plugins, I thought to myself there must be a big niche where to find out how a website is built. So that was my first idea, and last year, I think almost 1 year ago, I shared that idea with the community. So I put it on my Facebook, I put it on my LinkedIn, I put it on my X account, and within a day I had around 75 subscribers because I built a small landing page describing the idea and building a waiting list. And just the first day were already 75 subscribers for the tool.
Wow.
And also I had a couple of really, really big WordPress people with millions of clients. And they were saying to me, okay, Remco, this is a cool idea. Maybe I want to invest in it. So that's when I thought to myself, okay, I must build this thing very quickly. Because I have something right now, and this could be big. This could be growing very big in the future. Yeah.
Yes, that's true. That's pretty cool. First of all, I must congratulate you on the name, WP Optic. It's a good domain, a .com. We got it, and it's right. It tells you just a small word like what does it do. So that's pretty cool that you got a .com domain. I must say that, because I believe
all the credits to my wife.
That's pretty cool.
She was brainstorming with me for the name, and we were just in the countryside, and we were talking about the idea. And I said, I must have a name that is short, catchy. WP must be in it. So we were thinking of names, and she said, okay, WP Optic, is it available? I said, yeah, it is.
Well, spot on. So tell me something. Detecting over 20,000 or so plugins and themes, as you and I know, takes a lot of precision. Yeah. So what's powering WP Optic behind the scenes, in your words?
Well, of course, the AI learning is right now is very useful for us, because it takes the manual components out of it to develop the whole thing. I must say that detection is something that we need to work on. Just continuous work and improve it, because plugins change, there are plugins added. So there are also some false positives in the detection right now, so we need to work on that. But like AI is helping us a lot in this to grow in the numbers of detections very quickly.
Okay, got it. And you have the Chrome extension. So I need to use this, by the way. I just discovered this because I was preparing for the interview, etc. And I have always used historically built with, but considering what you just told me like a few minutes ago, okay, I'm sold. I want to use this. I'm telling my team to start using this, because it's way ahead of our use case internally, because we use for quoting customers, etc. There can be so many use cases. So, but it's a free plan. You're not charging customers at the moment. Is that correct? Or you have a play plan already in place? I'm a little confused about that.
No, it's free for everybody to use, and it will be free for forever. So the extension is free, similar to BuildWith, like Webalizer. They are also offering a free extension. We are with the new website that we just launched. We are preparing to offer a pricing plan. But that's still in development right now. We have some ideas to monetize the whole platform. It could be for example, advertising on the website or in the extension. It could be offering plugin data to the plugin owners. For example, some use case that we are thinking about is when you are a plugin developer and you want to know who are your customers, and if customers are leaving, are they leaving to a competitor of you? And that's a use case that we could do, because we can detect the plugin itself, we can detect their competitors. So when we see, okay, this website used this plugin 1 month ago, and right now it's not using the plugin anymore, we can check on the competitors, is it changing? And it could be useful for plugin developers to see, okay, are there competitors who are doing better than us? Are there new plugins on the horizon which we don't know yet? So that's all, types of things
So
that I think we can monetize on.
So you have obviously you have a pretty extensive roadmap because it's your vision. You and your wife are working together as this, So you have a roadmap, and you have a lot of use cases which you're planned, and that's why the pricing plans are not released yet. So our listeners should all definitely sign up for the wait list. And the moment
Yeah,
you release the pricing tiers or whatever it is, but until then, we can continue to use the Chrome extension and figure out what the tech is running, behind the WordPress site. Of course, obviously,
yeah,
WordPress is forty
yes,
percent of the
correct.
internet, and you're in the right space with 100,000 plugins, like you mentioned, and things are only improving in the WordPress ecosystem right now. The plugins are
Yeah,
getting approved very quickly. Any updates are being published really quickly. Things are so good, so powerful now. So I think this is pretty good. And besides that, anything else in the roadmap, like security scans, some SEO insights? Have you thought of that too as well? Obviously, a lot of other companies are doing this. So, and this is a
yeah.
kind of like a competitive space, in some ways, Vapalizer built with, like you just mentioned. So what is they're
Yeah.
going to, the roadmap is going to be really exciting.
Well, yeah, like you said, there are lots of ideas, and we still need to figure out, okay, what's the next step that our customers want. And of course, right now, we already have a lot of development done in the last year. And right now, we are at the point that we need to get some revenue in before we start developing the next thing.
Mhm.
But like you said, security updates or security notifications when you see when a website is using an unsafe release of a plugin,
Mhm.
that's something that we could do with notifications. I really think, like I said, with the plugin insights for plugin developers is something that we are going to do in the future.
Okay.
But still, it's still a lot. It's right now it's already a big thing, and it's just the development in the future will be bigger and bigger, and but still the roadmap is a bit undecided yet.
So who's building this? Like, how big is your team? Tell me about your team size for the agency business as well as WP Optic right now. Tell me a little bit about your team. That would be interesting to know. You're a remote company, yes?
Yes, we're a remote company, so WP Supporters is me and a team in abroad.
Hmm.
Those guys are with 5 people.
Okay.
And one is focused fully on the support of me
Okay.
for my support tickets.
Okay.
But of course, they have a team of 5. So if he doesn't know it or is busy or something like that, they can jump on with the 5 people on it.
Okay.
So that's all running smoothly. And WP Optic is only me and a developer, so it's only me and him.
Okay.
So it's still a small team, but I tried to use also an abroad team for WP Optic. I started with a developer from Indonesia, but I think 3 or 4 months when I started developing, I thought to myself, okay, this is not, we are not on the same page. It's more difficult to communicate because you go really in depth in how everything works.
True.
So right now I have a developer close nearby in Holland. He's a specialist in data extraction, getting data from websites. So he's the right man for the job, I think. He's doing all of the backend and all of the detecting and the database and the API that we are building and everything. And the front end is all me. So I'm doing the website, I'm doing the plugin pages and everything like that is built by me.
Not bad, not bad at all. Having a lean team and doing something so incredible is something which is pretty cool. When I meet founders, they're running, several businesses, especially with a lean team. I think that's very important, and that's also
Yeah,
at the end of the day, the goal of every business is to make profit, to make money at the end of
yeah,
the day, and obviously keep your, team happy and all of that. And I totally understand and respect, whenever lean team and you can manage this show
yeah.
really well. So tell me about any events. Do you go to WordCamps? Have you been visiting WordCamps for you or something like that? Are you planning to showcase WP Optics soon somewhere?
Well, I obviously need to because nobody know WP Optic right now, so I need to be in front of people. I've never been to any WordCamp yet,
Oh,
I
really?
have plans. Yeah, I have plans to go to WordCamp Asia when I was in Indonesia and I was in
Mhm.
Thailand.
Mhm.
So we bought tickets for WordPress Asia in Bangkok,
Mhm.
but that was in the time that COVID hit, so that was
Wow.
cancelled. So yeah, we couldn't join. And after that, I was just too busy with working on the companies, and yeah, I'm also a bit of an introvert, so I have more difficult to socialize with a lot of people.
No
It's not
way.
something that
You have traveled to,
yeah.
you were in the army. I refuse to believe that. You know
Well,
what? You just missed WordCamp Basel, which was just like a short flight from you. But anyways, I must say about WordCamp something, and I keep on repeating this topic every time. And I spoke about this with
yeah,
my previous sessions as well. You must visit WordCamps. All our listeners who have never visited WordCamps, they must go, especially the big ones, if not the local ones. I know every country, every city, you have a local meetups with 50, 200, 200 people, but the bigger ones with
yeah,
several thousand people is you will definitely make business sooner than later. You will definitely get dollars in the bank sooner than later if you visit a
yeah,
WordCamp. And next one is
yeah,
in Portland. If you can travel to Portland, it might be difficult. Maybe then Europe next year, which is in Poland. And I cannot stress the importance of visiting WordCamps. And the best meetings happen not at the booths, but in the hallways, in the cafes or speakeasy bars outside the WordCamps.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
you,
it's true.
it will really help WP Optech, I must tell you. So try and make
Yeah,
your way to WordCamp.
yeah. It's still high on my list, but like I said, I wanted to attend in WordCamp Asia, but yeah, after that, my focus was on different things, and but I keep it in my mind. I will visit it soon when WP Optic is full up and running.
Yes. So tell me something now. This is a question which I ask every founder, everybody. Okay. Like, where do you think WordPress is headed in the next 5 years? Not two, not 10, 5 years. Consider this the role of AI. Okay. How AI is creating websites in a few minutes, apps in a few minutes. How the likes of non WordPress technology like Framer, Dora, Wix, Squarespace, Shopify, all of them are competing. So, where do you think
Yeah.
your perspective WordPress is going in 5 years?
Yeah, so we can't deny AI. And I think WordPress is already doing a good job by providing AI possibilities. I mean, every plugin developer is working with AI. Of course, the WordPress itself is also saying they are trying to integrate AI for the future. But I think WordPress will always have, if they can keep up with all of the technology changes right now, then WordPress has a great way for the future too to exist. Um, like I said, building is more easier with AI, but there comes a point that the website will become so difficult, um, coded that people who are using AI don't know what's the next step anymore. And that's where the WordPress specialists and WordPress experts come into place, I think, for the future. Websites will be more difficult to, because, yeah, like I said, much more possibilities in how you build things.
True.
But yeah, for the experts, they need to be on top of the game, and they need to, embrace, I think, the next step, but always show that you are more
Yes.
uh, knowledgeable about WordPress than just someone who's typing some rules into AI and say, okay, let's build this or that. And I think like speed optimization, for example, for the future, AI could be a bit bloated sometimes. So yeah, you need to build lean code and lots of possibilities for the future, I think. But I hope that WordPress will be on top of the game and embracing AI for the future, so that it will be incorporated within the main software.
That's a very good response. I think WordPress, the part about embracing, that's very, very important because at
Yeah,
the end of the day, innovation is happening so quickly because of AI. Okay.
yeah,
And I can't even tell you like the kind of requests we are getting and we are fulfilling now in our business, faster and better. So
Yeah.
I think look at the innovation what Figma is doing, for example. Okay, every designer in the world is using Figma. Okay, and now they have Figma sites, and UP are launching Figma sites. Okay, now you can use a couple of tools to convert websites from Figma to WordPress. Maybe it won't be 100% perfect, but at least it can do 80-90% of the job with a click of a
Yeah.
button. There's so many tools coming up there too. So the kind of innovation which is happening, I'm really excited about that. I'm very, very
Yeah.
excited. I don't think WordPress is going anywhere in the near foreseeable future. At the end of the day, 40% of the internet, and especially because I think the core is becoming stronger. Would you agree? The
Yeah.
core is becoming
Yeah.
stronger and faster, stronger. That's what we want. That's what we have been craving for ever since we have
Yes. Yes.
dancing with WordPress for the very first time.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, and I also hope, and then it's something which also with WP Optic. I mean, we are detecting thousands and thousands of plugins, but I also think that the plugins need to be from a higher quality for the future. I mean, right now you have a plugin for every small thing, and the whole directory is overloaded with plugins for this and that, and all those small plugins will be removed, I think, by AI, because for every small issue you ask AI how to solve this, and it will give you the right code.
True.
But I don't think that's a bad thing, because yeah, often you see very small plugins that are neglected by the builder, no updates in the last couple of years, and those are often like security issues
Issues.
for
Yeah.
for the whole website. So I hope that also with AI, the directory of plugins will become leaner again, will be more quality full, and just improve the whole WordPress environment as an CMS.
I'm with you on this. So, and what SaaS tools are indispensable for your work? Are you using Slack? Any project management tools like Trello, Monday? What do you use internally?
So Slack is often for team communication is really important. Notion is also a big
Okay.
software that we use just to documentize everything. And yeah, we use, and some people say, okay, you must try other tools, but we still use ManageWP as a tool to maintain everything. But that's because we already have lots of experience in ManageWP.
Okay.
And the thing that they are doing okay, and there are a lot of competitors who are coming to the level of ManageWP. So maybe in the future we will make the step, but still ManageWP is a big thing that we are using.
Okay.
And for tickets we are using Teamwork Desk. So that's that's our ticketing tool.
Okay.
ChatGPT, of course.
Who is not using ChatGPT? I think it's your personal sidekick for everybody. It's the personal sidekick.
Can't miss that one. But I think that's the most things that we are using
Interesting
just
thing.
day-to-day basis.
Interesting thing, because you mentioned ChatGPT. I was on Google desktop search this morning, and I just realized, besides the search, there's AI now. It's not a default right now, but did you notice that? I don't know if people are noticing that, but there's an AI button there, and you can just talk to Google on your desktop now. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, and also in the search results, the first couple of
AI
results
overview?
are only AI responses. So yeah.
Why do you think we are doing this podcast? It's not only because I get to meet like-minded founders and get to know. That's obviously my number one priority, but also it's going to help us with our SEO. These are creative ways, and we are adding value to the algorithm. Google, all I know about SEO. By the way, I love SEO. I can talk to you. I can't code shit, but I know my SEO really well. I can proudly say that. Okay. And I know it's changing so quickly. It's changing so quickly, and that is why. I think the more value you add, okay, to the Google's algorithm, you will be rewarded. I just know that. If your content is adding value to the readers, if your videos are really adding value to the readers, Google will reward you. I hope Google is reading this conversation and somebody somewhere on this planet is going to Google Gemini, and Google Gemini is spitting out results considering YouTube videos now. Can you imagine? It's
Yeah,
unbelievable.
yeah. I hope so too. I mean, it's very important, of course, for like the marketing side that you be everywhere, and
Yeah.
this is a great way to to know you, but also to share my story in front of a lot of people who are
Yes.
also like-minded. So yeah, it's a great way
I know.
to share the story. Yeah.
But we are coming up on time, but I want to ask you a couple of questions. Which part of the world do you stay? You are in Netherlands. Which city? Where are you based out of?
Well, we are based in Den Hoever. It's called it's Den Hoever, but it's near the Afsluitdijk in the north of Holland.
Okay.
It's a really small village. I mean, it's not a big or something, but it's the city that I grew up. So that's where I am right now. But I always have my laptop and a travel bag in the corner. So I travel. I hope to travel a lot, and I already traveled a lot. But still like work and travel alongside.
Yes. By the way, you are in the web business for 15 to 20 years. You were in Dutch Army before that. Like that's like 20 years ago, right? 20 years ago, roughly.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
old are you, if I may ask?
Well, in 3 days I will become 37.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
And who else are you in your family? Do you have kids? Dog, kid, pets?
No kids yet. I have a wife and we have 2 cats. And
Okay.
I come from a family with 2 brothers.
Okay.
And those are a bit older than me, but I'm the youngest of the 3.
Okay.
And my parents are still around. They live 1 kilometer from me. So they often come here to
I must
visit.
say you look great for your age. You look way younger. I must say that.
I know. I hear it a lot.
By the way, I respect people who are into fitness sector a lot. I used to be really obese. Okay, a lot of people know me like for a long number of years, and I got into fitness journey like a couple of years ago. I lost like 40 kilos, and now I don't care about weight. I care about my health, my fitness, and all of that. And I think all of that is linked to your entrepreneurial journey. You know, my co-founder Ryan and I, like we talk about this all the time. I keep on pushing him. You need to go to the gym also, no matter how thin or lean you are. But I think a clear and crisp mind is so important, especially with the work we are doing and we're about to do. It's impossible to keep up with AI. It's near impossible to keep up with the new technology coming up and the kind of plugins which are being released and the kind of plugins you have to personally keep up with for WP Optic, which is unbelievable.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. Anyways, thank you so much for being on my show. If for the listeners, if they want to get in touch with you, should they just open a ticket on WP Optic? LinkedIn, do you check your messages there? How do they get in touch with you?
Yes, LinkedIn, I'm every day, so they could connect with me there. You could also just drop a line on WP Optic with a contact form. And I'm almost every time behind my computer. So when I see an email, it could be that the response is within a couple of minutes back. So yeah,
That's okay.
let them hop on LinkedIn or on the website.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much for being on my show, Remco. And I'll catch up
very
with you
much.
very soon. I hope to see you at a WordCamp soon, actually, if not sooner.
I will keep it in my mind. Thank you very much.
Thank you.